Well, hi all, back with yous again. Since it's pretty grey looking weather, I'm just going to take this opportunity, since I'm not going to do too much on the boat today, just to give my motor a run. I give mine a run every fortnight at least, give it about 10 or 15 minutes in fresh water here in the drum. I don't use earmuffs on mine because it's actually got two water pickups. One's underneath the fin itself, and then you've got the two on the side of the bottom leg. So earmuffs don't work, unfortunately. So I fill up the drum and I give it a good run. So for those of you that don't know, this is a motor I purchased for about time. She's a 30 horsepower extra long shaft Honda. It uses absolutely bugger all fuel, and it's very quiet, so I'll give you a bit of a listen to it here in a minute when it's running. But yeah, this is what pushes my boat along. Now the motor doesn't need to be any bigger because the boat only has a certain hull speed, so even if I put a bigger motor on it, it's not going to go any quicker, it's just going to burn more fuel. So the 30 sits here quite comfortably, it pushes it around exactly as it needs to. I can sit comfortably all day on about 7 knots. I can push it to about 10 if I have to. But 7 knots, great cruising speed, and it's also trawling speed. So everywhere I go, I'm going to be trawling, looking for new bottom ground, just exploring and seeing what's there instead of flying over top of it and not noticing anything. So this is my Honda 30 on about time. And here she is running, sitting at about 1,000 RPM. It's super quiet. I'm just standing right here next to it, and yeah, I'm sure you can still hear me, and I'm not yelling. So about 1,000 RPM, and she's beautiful and smooth, so I can't complain. If anyone's interested in a Honda, I thoroughly do recommend them. They come with a 7-year warranty. For a recreational boatie such as myself, that's a big thing, a 7-year warranty. A lot of motors don't come with that. So like I said, it's absolutely amazing on fuel. I think it's about 10 litres an hour if I absolutely push it. But I myself went from the Cairns boat ramp out to Apollo K, and I use like 5.5 litres of fuel. So depends what revs you run it at. If you run it at its optimum revs, you're going to get massive fuel burn usage on it. So yeah, have a look at them. This is the Honda BF30. Hi, while I'm talking about the Honda motors too, I myself purchased this motor through High Tune Marines in Cairns. Absolute fabulous dealership. They've looked after me. Like I said, I paid for this myself. There's no sponsorship. I get all my servicing done through them. They look after all the Cairns and surrounding areas, and they've also got a mobile van that will travel. So where I'm living now, instead of me having to tow the boat all the way down to them, I can ring them up, book in a inspection or service, whatever I need, and they will come up to my place and actually do it here on site. So that's another big thing. So High Tune Marine, this is their details. Give them a ring. They'll look after you. Mick and the team there, absolutely amazing. And yeah, I can't say much more about them. They're a fabulous team. They're very well liked throughout the region too. They got a lot of good customer feedback, and with the 7-year warranty that Honda provides on the motor, yeah, I couldn't go past it as a recreational boatie. So do yourself a favour, jump online, have a look at the BF30s or whatever size motor you need. Talk to the Honda team wherever you live, or if you're in Cairns, Tune Marine, and I'm sure they'll sort you out. Well, hello all. It's Clayton back with you from About Time Fishing. While the weather's a bit shitty and we're not going to do any fiberglassing or anything today, I'm going to get into another little job that I've been putting off. I've got 2 compartments under my floor that are roughly 350 litres each in capacity. They're just air tanks basically, but to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill them all with polystyrene. Now, there is a lot of different things you can use for flotation, I know that, and a lot of people don't use polystyrene because if it mixed with chemicals, it'll start to dissolve. But the 2 compartments I've got are already sealed off to a degree. I've just got to fix the lids on them and then nothing will get into them. In saying that, I do have drain bungs in each corner in case of condensation builds up or anything, but purely for a safety thing, in case I do damage the hull, I don't want 2 tanks of 300 odd litres of water in the boat. I want them to be for buoyancy, so I'm going to get to it and break up a heap of polystyrene and fit into these compartments. Now, I'm lucky enough, as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and I went to my local shop here in town today, and they were very nice to me and let me have their trash, which is heaps of this stuff. So I'll give them a shout out. I'll put their little video of their store and everything up on the screen for you, and it's an electronics shop store, so if you need any electronics, go and see them. Very friendly staff there, and that was great for me. And being a local store, I just like to help out. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I got a heap of their trash, and it saves me paying for it, so I'm going to get to it. I won't bore you to death with a big long video of me breaking up polystyrene, but I'm going to be filling these 2 great big holes in my boat so that if there ever was a chance of water in the boat, I've got about 600 litres on either side of just flotation to go with the already flotation tanks that I've got filled that are about 700 litres worth. So there's going to be plenty of underfloor flotation, and I've got self-draining decks and everything in the boat, but it's just a safety thing. So stick with us. If you're in the town, go and check out Man's Better Electrical. Like I said, they're friendly staff there. They've helped me out, and they cover a lot of home goods, washing machines, dishwashers, fridges, the whole lot. So if you ever need anything, go and see them there. I'm sure the staff will look after you. But I'm going to get back to it. Thanks for tuning in with me again. And like I said, while the weather's turned a bit grey, I'm not going to risk doing anything with resin or anything like that. So I'll get to it and do another job. Stick around, like, subscribe, leave some comments, feedback. I like to read it, I like to see it. And yeah, it's one more little job ticked off the box, and we'll be in the water soon. Thanks. Okay guys, I'm back with you again. Now I just wanted to touch on the polystyrene that I'm putting in the boat just before a lot of you ask. The reason I've done it is so that it takes up the space so no water can get in. Now I'm well aware that it's not normally used in a lot of boats. They use a different foam. The simple fact is, when you mix it with petrol or any other sort of flammables, it goes to a gooey mess which totally destroys it, and it is also very dangerous. So in saying that, I'm just going to quickly show you guys what happens to it. Now the two compartments I've put it in my boat are basically just big air lockers, but instead of having just air in them with the possibility they can fill up with water, I've actually put the foam in there so that, say, 300 litres space can fill up with water. Now only maybe 50 litres of it can fill up with water, and the rest of it's all foam. But also another reason is, should I have to do repairs on the boat, I can easily get in there and just take it all out by hand really easily. Whereas if you use the two-part expander foam, if anyone else has had to take that stuff out of a boat, it's a bloody nightmare. It sticks and you take your hours to get it out, whereas this I can just easily remove it, do my repairs, and then put it back in. Right, so I'm just going to quickly show you what happens to polystyrene if you touch it with petrol. Now you can see it's already starting to dissolve, and it goes to this really gooey mess. It basically absorbs all the petrol, and you can see it working there. It just eats it away. It's quite dangerous to have in a boat if fuels or anything can get to it. So it has to be a closed off compartment, which is what I have in my boat, so that no fuels or other contaminations can get to it. So guys, just keep that in mind. If you're putting polystyrene in your boat, it can be very, very dangerous.